Good time zone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iodine. I'm your host, Benny. And today I am doing some writing. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? How you doing, Poyo? Welcome. So one of the things that I want to do is getting started here. You mentioned the Soldier, Poet, King test, or whatever. I want to check that out. It should be short, right? Shouldn't take very long. Alright, what's today? Thursday? Okay, let me bring all these up into VLC Media Player. Hey there, Batman. Alright, Soldier, Poet, King. What does the Soldier, Poet, King test mean? Soldier, Poet, King. Test. Nice, nice. Was that episode 2 of True Detective? WikiHow, BuzzFeed, EU quiz. quiz? Okay. Are you a soldier, poet, or king? And this will be for Naomi. There will come who exactly? Heavily inspired by the song Soldier, Poet, King by Oh Hellos. Not heavily inspired by Christianity. Alright. Start quiz. Question 1. What is duty? Duty is... Dang. Violence. If you were held to a crown, it would be covered in blood, the one of the guilty. It would be covered in blood, the one of the innocents. It would be covered in blood, your own. I said the innocents. The throne looks right at you, like something to be destroyed, golden and covered in flowers. Like something to be destroyed. The sword is in your mouth. Pray you won't choke on it. It is in your hands. You picked it up yourself. Is at your side. It bore your name long before you did. I picked it up myself. There are rules. How many? There are no rules, and I'll keep it this way. Pick something fucked up. Bodies, parents, names. Bodies are fucked up. Despite all your attempts, a fear. Despite all your attempts, you have never been a healer. You hurt people and they leave, and you are alone in a room full of silence. You seem to try and forget, but it does not work. You did your best and it wasn't enough. You tried and failed and kept trying and it wasn't enough. You had the power to change things and it wasn't enough. You left the world a worse place than you found it, or worse, you left it identical. You were useless. The war is still not over, or maybe it ended years ago, but you were too angry to realize. Your wounds have stopped healing. You keep going, as if you had something to prove to the devil. I think I'll go with number 1. There's a home waiting for you, I promise. What does it have? Someone else. You enter a town. It is. Something to breathe in, something to make yours, something to accept. Something to accept. You leave the town and you leave it quietly. Pick a quote and make it about love. Come and Be Human with Me by Keaton Henson. So I'll wait for you like a lonely house till you will see me again and live in me. Till then my windows ache. Pablo Neruda. You're trembling, but he reaches over and touches you, like a prayer for which no words exist. Richard Sicken. Pick a quote and make it about love. I think I like the last one. The one who hurts you haunts you. In your nightmares, they say, "Oh, I forgive you." What does your anger feel like? Like a curse. You don't know if you were born with the anger in your veins, or if it just stuck after a while. You hate it, but it's all you have. Like rebellion, you are hungry because not enough people are, and you are angry because not enough people are. Because anger is a strength in a world of apathy. Like shame, you're not supposed to feel angry. Anger is ugly. You tell yourself. Anger is ugly, you tell yourself. You refuse to look in the mirror. You're afraid of what you might see. Like rebelling, you're angry because not enough people are, and because anger is a strength in a world of apathy. Like shame, not supposed to feel angry. Anger is ugly, you tell yourself. You refuse to look in the mirror, you're afraid of what you might see. Like shame. What is a sin? Wrong, inevitable, or alive? Alive. Who taught you about guilt? The silence, the world, God. The silence. How will you die? As a consequence, tired or lonely. I think tired. When will you die? Where will you go? When you die, where will you go? Somewhere good, hell, anywhere but here. What is hell, anyway? Hell is doubt. Throw a wish to the world. Let me be fine. It's 3 a.m. What do you ask the ceiling? Quotes from Keaton Henson's Insomnia. But how can I sleep with the world in my head? How can you love me with all that I've done? Oh, who is the man I'm trying to be? I think this one. So, as I kind of expected, Naomi would be the soldier. There will come a soldier who carries a mighty sword. He will tear your city down. Righteousness, strength, violence. You see a door and break through it. You wonder, sometimes, if anger is the only thing that you can feel. Remember, love is passion too. You made your own rules and you will follow them to death. You try and forget that there is only one rule, and that it is fight. You are tired of fighting. You try to forget that too, and keep going. You dream of quiet. Your love is where you heal. God knows you deserve to. Really, you deserve to. The art is of Sir Galahad by George Frederick Watts. Interesting. That's good stuff. %62% of people got The King. Wow. There's a lot of kings in the world. My day just started, Batman. Now, when you say your bestie was off, does that mean that they weren't there, or were they just not right? Was something off about them? Oh, he was absent. Okay. He's seen 2 shakers. Final Fantasy 16 is coming to PC.
So my name's Charlotte and I play Nikki in Shakers. I think the most challenging part for me has been working out how to change the vocalization of each character, so making sure that they don't sound similar. The rehearsal process has been really good, and we've all become quite close, and there's been lots of giggles, which has been nice. The Playhouse company has been really good. They've been really welcoming and made me feel quite at ease with the whole process. If you were considering joining, I'd say do it, because it's fun and everyone's really nice and welcoming.
Hi, my name's Harriet. I play Mel in Shakers. The rehearsal process has been intense, so we've not had a huge amount of time to actually prepare, and of course, you know, we're all here doing this in our own time, so it's been tough, but it's been really good fun. This is my second show at the Playhouse. Last summer I was in The Real Inspector Hound, but I've done a lot of stuff in Newcastle before this. The Playhouse Theatre is an asset to Cheltenham. It's just an amazing place and set of people who come here in their own time to put on these amazing shows. Yeah, it's great.
All right. Shakers, scene 2 transcript. Ugh. Rotate clockwise. Is this scene 2? Yeah, that's right. I'm producing Mervin's assistant. And Brian's directing that? I think that's what he calls it. It's an excellent cast. Yeah, that'll probably be easier. Why? Okay. Go on then, Trev. Ask her, says Nikki. Carol, you ask her. Nikki, chicken shit. Carol, I don't want a fairy cocktail. I'd rather have a pint. It's a laugh, though. Which one are you gonna ask? Her with the tits, not that other. She's too skinny. Yeah, that big one's alright. Ugh. Nice jugs. At this comment, the girl's feign being sick. You crude sod. Hey up, you can't deny it. How much are they? Looking at Mel's breasts. I don't think they're for sale. The drinks, dickhead. £2. It's not worth it. I'd like to see her face, though. Loads of blokes will ask her for it. She won't bat an eyelid. Yes, but are they good looking? Like you mean. You said it. Dream on. Adele and Mel are still mixing cocktails. They shout out the orders. One between the sheets and a Bloody Mary. What's that? A zombie voodoo. So is that what you're having issues with? So you got to talk about other girls' tits? That's I could definitely see that being pretty flippin' awkward. Scene 2. A taste of class, a highball glass, cocktails on ice. That's nice. What are you making, Adele? What are you shaking, Mel? Pass me a lemon slice. You want a pina colada? Oh, a vodka hula. Tequila sunrise. What? A southern gin cooler? Got the ice in the shaker, 5 cubes, or 6. Fruit juice. Vermouth and vodka to mix. Go on then, Trev. Ask her. You ask her. Oh, that's what I just said. You got slapped after class? For what? For reading what was on the page there? Hey there, Shizumi. I'm doing alright. How are you today? That's good to hear. Did she literally slap you? Because I don't think that's called for. Ooh. Receive a computer in a few days. Is it a laptop or a desktop or what? Ooh, MacBook. Hey, there you go. It's a good computer to get if you're gonna get one. Honestly, I think you should blame your instructor for putting that play in the thing. But I mean, I'm sure there are, you know, much worse plays out there in terms of, you know, promiscuity and language and, you know, stuff like that. RPG Maker softwares are on sale till 3rd of October. Did you already make sure to get the RPG Maker software that you're looking for? You know, before it stops being on sale? Just in case you don't receive your MacBook in time. I mean, you could always just wait until, like, the last day or whatever. What are some of the options that you have? RPG Maker 2003 costs €1. Nice. Is it? It's not the kind of thing where the later versions, the more recent versions, contain the stuff from the previous versions, like, or just improvements over it? I honestly probably think I've used RPG Maker 2003 in 2003. Okay, for the prologue, an explorer returns home from an expedition. Cool games are still made in 2003. Yeah, I think I remember. I think I remember you telling me about some of the games that have been made in RPG Maker 2003, and that they're pretty good, and some very popular ones have been made too, like recently. Benny confirming that he is old? Old enough to party. Old enough to not want to party. What year was that? Yep. You're spot on. I was actually exactly 20 in 2009. Or I turned 20 in August of 2009. Okay, prologue. An explorer returns home from an expedition. World overgrown with a strange flower-like all faces the same direction. And rotates grown with flora that all points in a specific direction that is not the planet's local stars. Oh yeah, what did you say about Michael earlier? 3 Michael fun facts. He goes upstairs on all fours. Okay. He fights without shoes or socks. And he only sleeps in a hammock. And another fun fact, Michael has 4 to 5 fingers because avians can change their genetic components, including their gender. Interesting. Does Michael have a cloaca? Can he have a cloaca if he wants to? Hold on. Do male birds have cloacas too? Or is that something unique to female birds? Have we been over this? Because Jaden Animations has 2 birds. And she said she checked one's bird hole to see which laid the eggs. Ari is a male, Tofu is a girl. Cool. Bird hole. Okay. An explorer returns home from an expedition to a world overgrown with flora that all points in a specific direction that is not the planet's local stars. Upon returning home, the explorer documents begins writing about the expedition to the nearby planet. Nearby star system. Claim the planet they explored. A Goldilocks planet? Should I call it something else? What is an alternate? Technical term for a Goldilocks planet? Terms for a Goldilocks planet. far enough from its main star with a to contain liquid water on its surface. Do 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 do. The circumstellar habitable zone. Circumstellar? Surrounding or occurring in the vicinity of a star. Okay, maybe not that. Requesting funding for another expedition. Claiming that the planet had signs of may contain signs of intelligent life. Extinct intelligent life. Bam, bam, bam. Axe or sword? Axe or sword? I generally prefer swords. I think they're a little bit more versatile. The explorer also notices a new yellow star in the sky. That appears an abnormal shade of yellow. Hey, have a good one, Shizumi. I'm glad to see you here. Have a good night, and I'll check you out soon. The explorer also notices a new star in the sky that appears an abnormal shade of yellow. What if I smoke some weed about it? Do 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 do. When you were revising for your tests, what was the W/Y you found easiest? Think when you were reviewing for your tests, what was the way? What was the way I found easiest? The way that I found it easiest? That's a good question. So, I think it may sound not very effective, but when you're looking over the content of the book for the test, instead of trying to remember like each question and answer or all of the details in it, try and memorize the headings. Alright? Try and memorize the topics of each section. Like, and try and remember where they are in your book. Alright? Now, this is particularly useful, especially if you have an open book, test. But I think it's also useful to I have a science test tomorrow at 2 p.m. my time, so 7 a.m. your time. Okay, so here's actually what I really like doing. When you're reading through, like, the section that the test is going to be on, what you do is, as you're reading through the content, like everything in the book, you also have your notes on the side. And for every section, you're going to write the topic, like the title of the section, and then you're going to do a 1-sentence summary for every paragraph or so. Just summarize every paragraph that you read into a single, simple sentence and write it down. I think that, like, the writing down of it is particularly important. That really helps it get into your head. Yeah. I don't know. I hope that helps. I mean, I hope you have enough time to, like, do that. I think if you still got time to, like, read through the section and do the note-taking, that's all fine and good. But you need to prioritize sleep ahead of it. If it's going to take too long to, you know, write down all the sections and stuff, that you won't be able to get enough sleep before the test, then don't worry about the note-taking. Just get sleep. Make sure you've got enough sleep. Like, that is the priority when test taking. Make sure you are well rested. If you can, try and take a nap before the test too. I don't know if you're one of those people that sometimes doesn't eat during lunch or doesn't need to. If you can during lunch, if you know you're not hungry, try and find a place to take a short little nap or something. The class list goes from RE straight to science. What is RE? Because that almost looks like a recess. But I think you're a little too old to be having recess. Religion. Interesting. Sol is a G-type star or yellow dwarf. You have a 10-minute break at 10:30. Do you not have lunch, or do you have lunch after science? $2 p.m. was almost the time that I would usually go home when I was in school. Goes double religion split over lunch and science. Okay. With the explorer. They mention an itchiness in the eyes. They can see the star through walls, even the floor. Even through their own eyelids. The itchiness becomes unbearable. scratching their eyes makes their vision blurry. But they can still see the yellow star. More clearly every day. The researcher is found in their home with their eyes scratched completely out. But staring intently God. My friend Brett, the one that passed away a few months ago, he was a huge fan of yellow. His car, his Tiburon, was bright yellow. I don't know if that was his favorite color. I think that it was. But I don't know if he had ever really heard of The King in Yellow. I mean, obviously, he had seen True Detective. But I don't think he knew that The King in Yellow was a thing that had been written a long time ago, before even H.P. Lovecraft, and that it was something that Lovecraft himself was inspired by. And I'm just thinking this would have been a really, really cool thing to have shared with him, this obsession with The King in Yellow. I think by the time of his next birthday, on December 29th, I would have tried to find a way to seek out a copy of The King in Yellow. Give it to him for his birthday. I think he would have been totally into it. Here's some references. The King in Yellow is a mysterious character in the Warhammer 40,000 Eisenhorn novels. The King in Yellow is a name of a 1938-1945 story by Ray Chandler. In Highland's The Number of the Beast, Zeb Carter mentions the King in Yellow's world as one to be avoided. Brian Kane's short story, The King in Yellow, recounts the story of a modern-day couple who attend a performance of the play, performed by actors who strongly resemble deceased singers and musicians, such as Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and Elvis Presley, as the King. The King in Yellow makes an appearance in the final volume of Grant Morris's The Invisibles. Yeah, he was pretty chill. I hope he's not watching me all the time. You know. But, also, heaven is not a thing that he really, was into. Cleveland Moffett wrote 2 supernatural stories collected in the book The Mysterious Card that were influenced by the stories in The King in Yellow, although they do not refer to any of the names in Chambers' work. The King in Yellow is the antagonist in the young adult fantasy novel The Book of Heroes. The King in Yellow and Carcosa feature regularly through HBO's True Detective series. The video game Dark Souls contains an enemy called Xanthos King Jeremiah, or Yellow King Jeremiah, in reference to the King in Yellow. Both Demon's Souls and Bloodborne, by the same developer FromSoft, carry slightly less direct references to bosses robed in strikingly yellow rags. The video game Icy contains a hidden meta-narrative involving numerous references to the King in Yellow, also referred to as the Master, Carcosa, and Haster. To achieve the game's true ending, the player must encounter the King in Yellow and also learn the true name of God, which is Haster. The mythos of the King in Yellow is central to the plot of the podcast Malevolent. Really? Malevolent? Arkham private investigator Arthur Lester, or Aster, no, wakes up in the memories. Who he is for what has happened, only a nameless, eerie voice guiding him through the darkness. Blind, terrified, and confused, his journey will lead him towards a series of mysteries in the hopes of understanding the truth that has transpired. The King in Yellow. Casilda is first brought to our attention through a song at the beginning of the book The King in Yellow. The words which preface the story, the first story, give the first hints of the mysterious Carcosa. In particular, the multiple suns and moons, the black stars, the lake, the Hyades, and the King in Yellow himself. It is referenced in the story, Casilda's song. Along the shore, the cloud waves break. The twin suns sink behind the lake. The shadows lengthen in Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies. But stranger still is lost Carcosa. The song that the Hyades shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king, must die unheard in dim Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung as tears unshed, shall dry and die in lost Carcosa. Alright, well I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. No, it was only about an hour and a half, but yeah. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Check the description below for a link to my Patreon. Give that a look. And until later, have yourself a good rest of your time zone.